Hi everyone, Tasha Guest here, independent Norwex consultant, and I'm coming to you live with my popular raw chicken demo. So this is where I will do a head-to-head comparison of the Enviro cloth versus a common disinfectant wipe you can purchase from the grocery store. But before I get into that, I have to share with you and explain a little bit about what makes Norwex's microfiber separate itself from other microfiber. You've probably heard yourself, or you've seen it around, that you can purchase microfiber from all over, whether it's the leading grocery store, Costco, Canadian Tire, or even the dollar store for that matter. And I will tell you now, quality does make a huge difference. So I'll explain a little bit about why that is. So microfiber itself is shaped like a spoke. So literally anything that it comes in contact with on a wipeable surface gets trapped right into the fibers and is held there until it is rinsed out in warm or hot water ideally, or laundered in the machine. So give you a little bit of background. Norway, or microfiber in general. In order for any product, at least in Canada, to be considered microfiber, their products need to be split a minimum of 1/6, if I can even grab one strand of hair, 1/6 the size of a human hair. You think, that's pretty cool, that's small. Well, Norwex says, nuh-uh, not good enough. All of our microfiber is split to a minimum 1/200th the size of a human hair. That's a huge difference in quality. And one thing I like to showcase, I'm a visual girl, so if you take our Enviro cloth here and about a square inch, and if you were to unravel the fibers from here, it would cover 3 football field lengths. That's a lot of fiber. So now imagine unraveling the entire Enviro cloth. First of all, it's heavy duty. A few years ago, they increased the density of the weave, so it's even better. But it's a very strong, tight weave of the microfiber. If you were to unravel all the fibers here, it would go from southern Canada all the way to the Gulf of Mexico. That is a lot of fibers in one cloth. So just think of all those spokes picking up everything, dirt, dust, grime, whatever, bacteria, right into the fibers. Okay, so I had to give you a little bit of that background info first. Now I want to explain why Norwex is set apart. So not only do we have high-end microfiber quality, which is why we are the only company that can guarantee and has that on our product label and in our catalogs, that we will remove 99% of bacteria from any wipeable surface with just using the cloth and water and laundered properly according to their care instructions. That's it. No other company can guarantee a product like that. It is incredible. So for 2 full years, it will remove 99% of bacteria from all your surfaces. It's incredible. Now, are you ready for the chicken demo? Okay, so stay tuned here. So I've got here, and I will be bouncing back and forth to turn the light off to show you, but I just have a regular dinner plate, and we'll shine the black light on there, and I just want to show you that we start with a clean surface. So here, you can just see, you don't see anything, which is exactly what I want you to see, is that it starts with a clean surface. Now I'm going to take my piece of raw chicken. Okay, yum yum. Hopefully, for some of you guys, you might be making dinner or having lunch, so you can see the residue from this raw chicken getting smeared all over onto this plate, right? Okay, so there we go. There's my raw chicken. Now, what I'm going to do is use a product called Glow Germ. You can purchase it on Amazon. It is actually states on here, it's for training of aseptic techniques. So it's commonly used in hospitals, universities, places to actually show proper hand techniques for cleaning. So obviously very important in those settings, but even nowadays, we need to be doing proper hand cleaning. So this will actually simulate the presence of bacteria when it's shown with the black light. Okay, so I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of that onto this plate, and you actually don't need to use a lot. I'm gonna just smear that into all this raw chicken juice here. Okay, so now you can see with the black light, you can even just see here without me shutting the lights off, You can see it all glowing there with the black light. Okay, perfect. Now, I'm going to show you and talk to you about a product here. This is a commonly known product you can buy from the grocery store, a disinfecting wipe. So I always ask you, and I want you to, if you're watching this, comment wherever you're watching this, and let me know, have you ever used a product like this ever in your life? Most people would say yes, and I would be included. Prior to my Norwex, I used to use products like this, or even it's not limited to this kind of product. If you use any type of chemical cleaner in your home, whether it's whatever your favorite brand is, any kind of those products, it's in the same category. It even says here on this label, disinfecting wipes, it says kill 99.99% of viruses and bacteria. Excellent, that's what we're all looking for, right? Okay, so my next question to you is, how many of you, be honest, have you ever read the directions on how to use these products properly? It is interesting because in all my years of doing this demo, I've maybe had 2 customers say, yes, I've read it. And I think, perfect, can you share with us what it actually says? And people are literally jaw-dropping as to what it says. Because the commercials make it look quick and easy, right? But it actually stipulates there's different directions, whether it's to clean a surface or to sanitize and disinfect a surface. But right now, with everything going on, people are wanting to sanitize, to disinfect their surface. It says you need to use their product wet on the surface. So use their product and leave the surface wet for a minimum of 4 minutes. So I hope you heard that. You need to use their product correctly. That is the only way they can make the claim that it removes 99% of viruses and bacteria. Who the heck does that? I know me, I don't have time to sit on every surface and wait 4 minutes. Some of the other chemical cleaners you can buy at the store actually says you need to use their product full concentration and up to 10 minutes, let it sit. No one does that. So now we're using products incorrectly and we're not removing what we think is 99% of bacteria and germs and viruses from a surface. Okay, so very important to know. Now I'm going to do this head-to-head demo. So I'm going to grab one of these wipes, if it wants to come out. There we go. And I'm going to do how most people use this product in their home. I'm just going to fold it in quarters because it's a small plate. And I'm just literally going to quickly wipe the surface down because that's what most people do when they wipe that, is they just get that clean like that. Okay, so I want to show you with the black light. I'm going to turn this off. You can see right now in the video that it has picked up some of the residue and glow germ. Excellent. But what will shock you is now look at the plate here. It is full of residue. It's not as heavily residued as the other side, but would you literally want to eat food and serve this to a guest or to your kids? I don't think so. Okay, now what I'm going to show you, turn the light back on quickly. So with my demo, I am just using a travel size enviro. It's the same high density weave. It's the same silver technology, which I forgot I haven't talked about yet, which I will in a minute. But it has the same thing as our large one, just in a small size. So I quite like it when I'm doing these demos to use a small one. What I'm gonna do is just take the cloth and just one time wipe one of the surface there. Now, I'm gonna close the light. So I want you to show here. If you look here, you can see it has picked up the glow germ residue. Excellent, that's what I expected. Now, take a peek at this plate. Can you see the exact line of where I removed it, where I did not touch with the enviro cloth, and then the other side? So it is literally clean. It has removed everything that I wiped on that surface into the cloth and off of my plate. Okay? So now while I've got the back light on, I will just quickly show you. I'm going to wipe the rest of the plate here. Quickly here. Flip that around. Yes, this glow germ is very powdery and moves all around. Okay, so we'll go back to a kind of a cleaner surface and get everything off. It keeps going back on from my finger, so I apologize for that. But okay, you can see it has removed everything from the plate, right? Okay, excellent. Now what I want to show you, and this is going to shock you. I'm going to grab this disinfectant wipe that we used earlier. And how do we typically use these in our homes or at schools? The teachers pass it around for the kids to wipe their desks and then wipe all around. They use the same wipe over and over on a surface. So look at this. I'm going to use that wipe. I'm going to clean it. And now I have just contaminated the entire surface with the raw chicken juice all over again and the residue from the disinfectant wipe. Okay, so hopefully that gives you a little bit more lack of confidence in those type of disinfectant and chemical cleaners, and give you complete confidence that these enviro cloths, whatever shape and color, work as well as we say they do. Sometimes seeing is believing, so this is a great visual. And what I like to show as well is, even though this was full of the raw chicken juice and the glow germ, I can use it on this plate again. Let me just wipe it up here like this. I can use that same cloth over again here, and now close the light, and you can see it doesn't cross-contaminate, right? Like this one's quite, I would usually rinse this out, but this is quite dirty. It doesn't cross-contaminate like the other ones do, right? So that's how you can be confident that these products, these enviro cloths, once it picks things up and holds it deep into those fibers, it stays there until it is rinsed out. Now this one's quite soiled because it's a small little cloth. I would rinse it out and reuse it on my cutting board area with raw chicken, and then I would go rinse it out again in hot water. The reason I say hot water is it helps to open up the fibers and let anything deep in there trapped out and release it. The best way obviously is you still want to do proper laundering and maintenance of the cloth, but they don't cross-contaminate. Now to finish it off earlier, is I forgot to mention the silver. So what separates Norwex is our quality and our silver. Any guesses what silver is doing in a cleaning product? I joke and say this isn't a jewelry party, this is cleaning products. What the heck are we doing with silver? Well, Norwex has micro silver, so antibacterial properties with it. It prevents the growth of mold, mildew, and bacteria odor from growing in the cloth when used and cared for properly. That's brilliant. We've had microfiber cloths for 25 years. They didn't always have silver in there. So silver is an added enhanced feature of it, and it's called our backlock. So remember, the fibers are the one doing the cleaning. The silver is embedded right into those fibers. You never have to worry about the silver leaching into your skin or washing out over time. It is stuck in the fibers. Over time, the fibers do wear out, right? So that's why they have the 2-year guarantee. But over long periods of time, they will wear out. But the silver is embedded in there, and it's going to do its job by self-purifying within the cloth. So hopefully that gave you an eye-opening experience to just what people use in their homes versus what I use in my home. And I am guaranteed and completely confident that this is a safe option to use for my family and our fur babies. Thank you for watching, and have a blessed day.